championship set for Division 2 between Mason and Deathline. I'm joined by Juan today. Hello, Juan.
Hey, Mojongo.
And I'm ready for some nice late night bingo.
Dude, same. This is like good hour bingo.
Dude, same. Like Schmidt's restreaming, and we were also talking about how we enjoy bingo at this hour of the night. It just fits our schedule better, so it's nice to see some bingo happening here.
Yeah. No Europeans too, so it's a plus.
So, a lot riding on this match and this set. Mason and Deathline, both a combined 0-8 against Division 1 this season, so very evenly matched up there.
This is game 1, right?
Yeah, this is game 1, so nothing else has happened. Mason is actually 1 loss away from being the only 10-loss participant in this season, so a sweep would help him avoid that fate.
Looks like we got bad restream RNG, by the way. So we are seeing not what the stream sees, but it's fine.
It is fine.
So let me check.
Then, here, you check. I'll keep reading off these stats that Mason provided. All 3 playoff sets this year rather, Deathline and Mason have gone 2-1, so we could be in store for another 2-1 set here, and I would be all for that. I love 2-1 game 3s. Just all the pressure on the line, especially in the championship. Gotta love a game 3. Oh,
game 3s are fun. Yep, they have started. But, I mean, keep reading your stats. They have to talk.
Yeah,
we'll have plenty
draft,
of time.
And speaking of draft, both Deathline and Mason are 1-2 in draft this season, so...
Oh, interesting.
So, pretty even matchup, record-wise, just amongst formats and all that this season. All right, let's look at the card. What are the juicy draft goals here?
I mean, none was clicked right away, so I assume it can't be that great. I mean, there's 17 M's. Not a bad draft goal. Just, I mean, you go to Rico and you do some other worlds, and basically a free goal that you don't have to rush, as long as you get it within the first 30 minutes. Piano 3 damage list, also looking pretty good. 5 enemies is the first one. So, my guess is Rico Bianco is probably strong here.
Yeah,
I see 6 Rico.
There's 23 Rico Blues as well. If you can draft both of those, which I think Mason... You almost got to take 23 Rico Blues just so you can't let your opponent... Alright, I guess Mason's looking at Pianta with that play.
Yeah, so Mason or Deathline could go 16 or 6 Rico and with 23 Rico Blues.
I think the better counter would have been 17 M's and 23 Rico Blues, just to take away a ton of the Rico Blues value.
Well, see, by drafting 3 Piana, you're kind of ahead to Piana Shadowmara. There's no reason for Deathline to ever want that goal. So that's kind of a free goal that you're just gonna get.
I think Deep Rico is just better though, especially with stuff like Turbo Nozzle on the card.
Yeah, Rico's looking pretty strong.
2 Turbo Nozzles rather.
How do you feel about this 45 click? Because I feel like you draft 23 Rico, like if your opponent wants to get 45, like I think that's what you want them to spend that much time for only 45 goals or for only 45 total.
Then again, Mason's gonna be in 17 M's, so if you grab a few extra blues in each world, you go grab an M in, you're not that far away from 45.
True.
So it's not like Mason would be hurting if he was, quote unquote, forced to go for 45. 10 yellow button coins is a great click though, especially at this point in the draft.
Yeah, I like it. 4 reds doesn't really. I mean, it goes with Pinna, but
yeah, you're starting to run out of stuff to click.
I mean, I'm surprised 6 Rico's still up here, or like 2 hidden reds hoverless. There, yeah, okay, there we go. See, there's the 2 goals. Now you're kind of out of shines or out of picks, like for Gelato. You could do a throwaway and just do Piano Shadow Mario, right? And then you're like guaranteed it, and like that's just a goal that you just can't delay later, so you can delay all the other goals.
Actually, don't really like that as a throwaway though, because a lot of endgame goals if you're in a really tight position, you got to be able to delay those goals in a certain way in order to really, try and play yourself back into a somewhat winning position. And so a lot of people will like pick endgame goals as throwaways, and honestly, I think that's a little bit of a mistake just because of that.
The thing with Piano Shadow Mario is Deathline has zero reason to ever go for it. Unless he wanted to do like a lot of work towards it.
Oh, no.
Okay, and we're counting on.
But at the same time, there could be a situation where you have to like go for it, and just not having the ability to like delay it if you're Mason or something. I don't know. I've seen some situations where it's like, it would have been nice to delay that goal at the end of the game, and if you draft it, you wouldn't have that ability to do that.
Okay, so Schmidt saying he will give the players a warning when time gets close. Cool.
All right, and then what else have you noticed about this card aside from the drafted goals? Because there's still a lot of juice left on the card.
2 hundos, and hundo and a secret. Wiggler with 4 gelato.
Yeah, Wiggler and 4 gelato is what I really noticed.
But you can get like Bianco hundo and hundo and a secret. That is not bad if you go for that in the draft, right? And your other draft goals are still safe.
Yeah, I forget who it was. I think Game last week went for that play during a draft match against Yato, I think. Was it last week or yesterday? It might have been yesterday.
I remember hearing about that. It was like game 1 or something. I didn't quite get to see it.
But anyways, yeah, it was yesterday. Thank you, Game, for being able to do it. So it's definitely a play you can do in the draft. And if I remember the game being pretty close, so it's not like I think Game didn't shoot himself in the foot with that play. Especially with 200s on the card. I don't even think there was a goal like that on the card yesterday. So
okay, hear me out. I got a plan.
All right.
You go Bianco hundo coin, and a secret, right? You're ahead to 2 hundos. You have turbo axis there. You come back for it later, of course. But then you go gelato with Wiggler, another turbo axis. I mean, that's quite a lot of goals.
A goal. It's also slow.
You write off all the Noki goals and everything else, Maybe you steal Serena Hidden, right? That's like quite a bit of goals.
Maybe. But not only are you throwing away Noki,
10,
you're probably
11,
throwing away
12, 13. I counted 13 goals.
Yeah. I mean, you're also throwing away like 1 from each, both Goldbirds, potentially even like Yoshi. There's a lot of goals you're throwing away and just giving into your opponent.
Yep. That is true. But you can afford to lose them. I don't think we'll see it, but it's definitely a play that could work. Oh, especially with Gelato having the yellow button. Oh, I hope Mason goes for it. That would be sick.
Have someone routed in the yellow button during the Wiggler fight? Like, is that a thing someone's gonna do?
Despin has a video, I think.
Of routing a yellow button in during the Wiggler fight?
Despin will probably say it in chat. I remember seeing it like really early, when the season first came out. Well, Despin, you got the confirmation.
You're an absolute lord for routing that in. I did not even realize. Alright, both players grabbing that airstrip shine. Now we enter the cutscene. Now, I really like draft because the routing is probably pretty easy during the cutscene, in my opinion. Usually you can just figure your route out pretty easily. But
you have a lot of time. On
this card, I'd be debating the hundreds in a secret play in Bianco like pretty heavily.
Yeah, like the route is exactly 13 goals. You have to get all your draft goals and then all the other stuff that isn't Shine, Frog, or Pinna. But it can work.
Yeah.
It's just, I mean, it's 2 goals really early on, sets you up for another goal, but then puts you behind to Shine progression. I mean, and potentially like You know, maybe deathline goes gelato. Doesn't even touch Rico.
Yeah, all true. All very true. For whatever reason, I feel like Mason will go for the early Bianco 100 in a secret play. That seems like a very Mason thing to do.
Yeah, I could totally see Mason do it.
Especially with 17 Ms, he has reasons to go to Bianco, whereas Deathline, I don't know if he necessarily does. Like, you can do 5 enemies without Bianco. You know? Get 3 or 4 in Rico, and then you can get either 1 from Gelato or 1 from Pinot, or both.
Like, doing Bianco 2, not bad, because it gives you access to Bianco Hundo, at least a faster one. Gives you access to 100 coin in a secret, but it's also 1 from each, so definitely have time. I mean, even it opens up another hidden red hoverless. Although I don't know if it's worth it to do it there. Deathline's doing fast stuff, I think, so he could probably finish 2 hidden reds hoverless in Pinna.
Yeah, there's not really a good place to do the hidden reds hoverless kind of early. You know, whatever you're doing is a little bit, I would say, extraneous, especially because red coins is drafted by your opponent, so it doesn't really play into, you know, helping you out in that way either. Granted, I don't really see how Mason gets 4 red coins during the draft period. I think it's just a thing to take away from Deathline, who might be doing, you know, at least 2 reds during the draft period.
Yeah, I think we're gonna see Sandbird as 4th red.
Now that's a call right there.
Turbo Bird. I wish Mason would know it, or Mason would know how to do it. That'd be awesome. I mean, Serena hidden in the draft period, it's not that good. If there's maybe like one other Serena goal, then I could see it.
Deathline seems like the kind of person that knows Turbo Bird. I don't know if he does, but he just seems like he would.
Oh, did the feed get really small for you?
Yes, but...
Can I make it bigger? Okay, made it a little bit bigger.
Oh, yes.
Now it's really big. Let's go. So Mason getting the lives. I don't mind getting these 2 lives. Pretty fast lives.
No, especially in draft when you're not necessarily racing something.
Oh, we didn't talk about this, but a Hundo coin does give you 2 lives.
Oh, that's a very good point.
So in 2v2, when I first learned about these 2 lives and lives on the card, I did it like every match. Just because I was like, oh my god, this is so cool. Can't be beat to a lives race.
Yeah, Mason's very good at routing in lives just here and there. I know last week in a match, I forget who he played, but who did Mason play last week? Good question. I don't know.
It's a good question because I don't know either.
Yeah, but he routed in lives very well, and now it's gonna kill me. I don't remember.
I'm typically not a fan of life routing. Like, was it Hey? Oh, that's right. They had some pretty good games. I did watch those, or I watched some of them. So Mason will probably get 2 more lives here since they respawn after that cutscene. Put him at 7 lives? You start with 3, right? Oh, you could also just do Bianco 1 with life grind. Get like a couple lives, not waste too much time.
Yeah, you grab the bells and you do 1 cycle for a couple more lives and then go up to the fight.
Yeah, and then the rest you can just do with Delfinos or some other places. Bianca 1 Hundo with lives would be pretty sick.
Shadow Mario did do that last season.
Oh, no way, that's awesome.
I will say it was a little sloppy. It was a little bit ad-libbed, but it was really fun and entertaining to watch. And if Bianco 100s wasn't such a hard 100, I think it might be done more in certain situations, but
I remember I had a route that basically got 50 coins during the Bianco life grind, just for that one extra life for an 18s race. But I never got to show it off because Rush only matters in invasion, and you know, not the best format.
yeah, and you know what? You're still probably losing to Delfino life grind.
Yes, the Mike life grind though is hard, and only a few people know it, or they can do it, who can do it well.
All right, so both players ended up going to Bianco, so
yeah, Bianco's pretty good for both of them. More so for deathline. I guess you can even do reds here, actually.
yeah.
So I'm curious what Mason's gonna want. I will not be stat manning, but I know Mason got 1M. I see Falcon in the chat, so I'm praying he's stat manning.
I'm hoping Deathline is also stat manning for himself.
This opens up a hidden red hover list for Deathline, also an enemy.
Going in for the secret, yes.
Yeah. So, I mean, getting this enemy means you don't have to go to Gelato, but I mean, with one from each, going to Gelato, not the worst.
Alright, so do we see the secret play, hundreds in a secret play out of Deathline here? I think that's the real question.
This movement has me wondering, because Sid has some tree movement for Bianco 3. Doesn't look like it though, it's just M's. Or just,
this is blues, which...
Oh! He was spraying the door. The coins popped.
Oh, he grabbed the coin.
Dude, this is
he's doing it!
Oh my god, Mason's doing it too!
Mason's doing it too!
We talked about this, let's go! So...
Oh...
I mean, Deathline wasted a lot of time in the beginning, doing some stuff, so who knows? Yeah, this is very interesting.
Yeah, shout out to both these guys for playing bold.
I like it.
Oh, this is why I love bingo.
See, the problem is, someone's gonna be sad here.
Oh, it's gonna be really sad.
You know what I hope? That they're like even, and they get one goal each. They each click the wrong goal, or they click the opposite goal, and then everyone can be happy.
So, I will say, the loser will at least have hidden hundreds progress that the winner might not know about. Now, they might know about it, or the opponent might know about that if there's not a lot of progress revealed at the end of the draft period because of, this time wasted. But it won't be for sure.
I mean, Mason's really ahead since Deathline is getting more blues. Mason just really interested in the M's, which is the right call. Honestly, I didn't see this hundo while we were drafting hundo potential. Maybe it was worth drafting one of the hundos. Just drafting a hundo in a secret or Bianco in a just Bianco hundo coin shine, and then this goal is basically secured for you.
Especially if you're Deathline, because you could almost fake Rico hundreds in a secret with your Rico or 6 shines from Rico.
Ow. It's bird coin. You don't see it very often.
I think Sid goes for bird coin in True All Hundreds.
I know he gets bird coins. I didn't realize he actually killed the bird. Oh, you know what? You're right. I see this in Bianco 4.
Yeah, Bianco 4, it's more necessary, I think.
Right, he'll get 10 coins that you get from one of them, but then he'll get a few coins from the other and then just kill it to not wait on the cycle for the other coin.
And both players starting to get a little sloppy, stomping on heads when they shouldn't be. Mason even going so far as to get that little blue guy that you turn into a platform in Bianco 800s, which is not part of the route.
Okay, so after this, just need the water coins, and looks like It'll be enough. You have to be careful. You know, probably you just want to skip one of these coins.
Yeah.
Oh, he does. Let's go. What a chance.
That's a veteran move right there by Mason.
So.
Actually, we could have grabbed that coin and just gotten that pokey.
Yeah, I didn't realize he skipped that pokey.
That's a weird. Yeah, I didn't realize that either.
I guess, yeah, he did a weird route. Where's Spider? Oh, Spider's pretty far. Yeah, go for the pole. Okay, well, now the pressure's on. You just can't die.
This actually might, or actually, I mean, you're far away from the spawn for whenever it is, so this might get clicked and help out Deathline instead.
Yeah, you can finish it outside. Dude, not getting the coin on the other side. This is... I don't like this.
Wait, he doesn't hover.
Yeah.
Wait.
So taking it safe.
The thing is there, though.
Whoa, 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 whoa. What is there?
The nozzle notification.
Yeah, so, it just, like, it'll refresh the UI, basically, when the shine spawns. Kind of similar to how...
He's not clicking it?
Oh, no. No.
No.
No. No.
No.
No. I'm out. I have to leave.
No.
Dude, please say you're just gonna click something else. See, Deathline is the right thing. He goes to the opposite side. No.
I can't believe this.
Dude, this is yet a cutscene. Mason, what are you doing? No.
Oh my god.
I can't. I'm out. Peace.
Oh. That's... Oh, I feel bad for that, man.
Hit the wrong exit button. I left the viewing stream instead of the channel.
Man, we said the loser of that race was going to feel really bad. Now they feel really bad.
That's so much worse, dude. Well, now we have to root for Mason. Let's go.
I did not see a delay coming on that one.
You know, I'm also sad though, because then we won't see the cool Mason route. Or the potential with Gelato.
Well, now we can see the cool Deathline route.
Yeah, Deathline's route not as cool though. He'll do fast stuff. But he won't even be punished for doing the hundo, since both players did the hundo. So progress is equal.
Yeah.
Like, I can respect the delay, but in this match, or those goals are just, I think, a little too good to delay in the beginning.
Yeah, especially in draft, that's like the juiciest thing to go for. That's undrafted.
Yeah, I also like when delays get punished. But I'm also sad. And my sadness is greater than my enjoyment right now.
Yeah. I think the only time I enjoy when delays get punished is when someone delays because someone else delayed, and because of that first person's delay, the second person's delay doesn't work.
Yes, those are always fun too. Oh, Yado's in the chat. Hey, hey Yado. Yep, this is draft. Okay, so Mason with this, whatever 9 plus 4 is, that's how many M's he has. Or 9 plus 4 plus 1, I think.
If he gets all Delfinos plus the one Gelato, that's 17, so probably won't be able to finish this goal off until Gelato. Unless he goes to Pianta, so a lot of M's in Pianta.
Pianta would be a play. So, just a quick exit area.
Not grabbing the shine there is an interesting call, especially with one from each on the board.
Wait, it's 14? Was it not 15? The 9 plus 4 plus 1 Delfino? Maybe I didn't say the Delfino one. I don't know. Don't trust me, math is hard.
Ooh, and this is an interesting early Pachinko by Mason. He does have reds drafted, but at the same time, Delfinos really don't get you much on this card.
We'll get him some shine lead to Noki.
Yeah, it does give you shine lead. You do potentially take some red coin value away from Deathline, who is also doing a red right now, particularly Hoverless, which is one of Deathline's drafted goals.
I think I just don't see a way you get 4 reds to draft, but maybe you just plan to get it after.
Yeah, even if it's not for the draft period, it's just a way to. Oh, no!
Oh, Mason got scammed. Scam Chinko again.
Yeah, and especially not getting a hover off that slide.
So by doing these fast shines, right, even Piana's pretty fast, Mason should get a lead to Pinna.
Yeah.
And then you can finish off red there. Although, Pinna just has 6 Pinna and ride Yoshi. And then way later, Delfino Turbo. Is it that good? I don't know.
It's not. It's never bad. There's also yellow button.
Oh, true. Forgot about the button.
Yellow button also kind of incentivizes you going towards Pinna 3 as well.
Yeah. Okay. So, perfect hole in 1 right there.
Deathline unlocking Rico. Does he go inside? Yes, he does. Because he has 23 Rico Blues drafted.
Yep. Sadly, I didn't see if Deathline got any enemies in Bianco. I assume maybe right before getting the hidden, since I was watching Mason. So, let's just assume he's got 1.
I would hope he got that 1 enemy.
Hey, Mason just going for a Reds Rush in Delfino. So with this, you go to Pianta. I guess you unlock Gelato into Pianta.
Yeah, we have
this could work.
8.5 minutes left in the draft period, so enough time for maybe a handful more things to do here and there, depending on what they are.
I still think we'll definitely see Piana 3 damage loose finish. We'll see enemies finish. I mean, Deathline going for this blue. Interesting blue to get if you're going for 23. Especially when you have like 4 shines to do in Rico.
I actually don't know about Pianta 3 damageless. Mason has not gone to Pianta yet. And it could be a risk he takes after that over delay to just not go for that. Maybe he gets 1 or 2 shines in Pianta, but doesn't have time to really go for the damageless yet.
Yeah, I can see that. Definitely want 1 or 2 in Pianta. 3 fast M's you can get there in 1. And then you finish 17 M's there. You probably have enough time, 5, maybe don't, to get to Pinna in time to finish M's there.
Yeah, you can do like Pianta 1 and then grab the M's in 2 because it works better than with 1 because otherwise the chain chomps go everywhere. And then maybe after that go to Pinna. Hold off on 3 to just try and confuse Deathline with a nice little Pseudo delay. Alright, Mason grabbing the M under Shine Gate as he goes to unlock Rico. Deathline still collecting blues in Rico 1. He's grabbed a lot of the Rico 1 exclusives, I think all of them actually. You know, even going so far as to grab the submarines, so could be a 23-1 at the very least. Maybe a 23-2 if he doesn't go for infinites. I don't know if he knows corner infinites.
No, he's going for infinites. Actually, I guess you get the ones on the crane in 3, so yeah, you'll just finish this. So he's going for 23 and 3, at least.
That makes more sense than going for the far out ones.
But still, why get the submarine? I have my questions.
Hey, submarine's kind of a fun one to get. You spray a thing, the submarine comes out of the water, and then you smile because a blue pops out.
But submarines like being in water.
Yeah. there's no water in the inside, so how much does it really like being in water?
True, true.
Makes you think.
Oh, he clicks it. Let's go. Oh, Schmidt saying, Falcon saying 1 M away from 17. I assume he's saying that, and then now this one. Yeah, we're good. We're good. But Mason doing the secret. I like that. This is almost a route I had in mind.
Is the secret like better than the hidden though?
Yes, it gives you progress to Wiggler.
Oh, you're right.
And for Gelato anyways. Also access to another red. In case you really wanted to do reds.
I don't think it's a red he particularly cares about. I think the 2 Pinna ones are probably better for Mason at this point.
$26 minutes or 20 minutes. Did we give the players a warning? Did Schmidt do that? Let's go. Progress to Wiggler.
Schmidt's on top of things today. Mason is scrolling back, so he's gonna do Gelato 1 reds. He's really looking for 4 reds click here.
Way to go, deathline. Yeah, deathline did not have enough time, right? Because you have to finish the race before 24? Or no, sorry, 24. 40?
45, I think.
Is it 40? And then the second one is 40? Or the second one is 40 and the first one's 45?
Wait, is it? I thought it would be 45 and 40. Oh, deathline, no!
And Boomer strats, not looking hot.
Hey, don't insult Blooper Gang. I love Blooper Gang.
I did Blooper Gang today, so.
There you go.
Although I didn't die. And these deaths will help out Mason, but...
You're saying you're better than deathline?
I mean, I don't have to say that, it's just a fact.
Oh, okay. So, if you're better than Deathline, you're also saying you're better than Ramato, because, you know, Deathline beat Ramato that one time.
Yeah, that's how my win by association to Ramato is, yeah. So I beat in Ramato. Have you beaten Ramato?
I haven't beaten you, so no.
No, it's only 1 level, so, like, if you beat me,
only 1 level?
Yeah.
No, I haven't beaten Ramato, I don't think.
Damn. One day.
One day. Probably not, but...
So that was a hidden red. Mason's just going for the steal.
Did he do that hoverless?
Yes. I was watching.
Ooh.
He didn't even stop for the life, which I found interesting. So if Deathline's trying to do this in 4R, he will be wide peepo sad.
Very wide peepo sad.
Alright, but Mason is whitest peepo sad. Honestly, I'd still be so sad from the first click. I wouldn't be tilted, I would just be very sad.
I mean, to me, it looks like it reinvigorated Mason and caused him to go for this very odd route, and it could work out for him in a way that really brings him back into the game, especially if he can get the Hidden Red's hoverless goal away from Deathline. Oh, I love that life grab he just did.
Yeah, that was cute. I went for it once and died, and I was like, yeah, you know what? Screw this life grind. Or this life.
Deathline grabbing the sewer glitch so he can destroy these spiders. Also grabbing the box life. You love to see it.
Okay, so this will be... Is this 3 or 4? That's just 4, right?
4 enemies?
This is Rico 4, I mean, so we'll get the 4th enemy right now.
Yes. This is also 4 reds for Mason, I think, right? So.
Yep. We'll have to unclick fairly soonish.
What colors you want?
I'll take green. We shouldn't switch now.
It's pink or orange.
No, pink.
Alright.
Okay, so Mason will get this in time. Deathline marked 23. I didn't see the Z menu, so I'll trust him. See, like, why'd he get this blue? And he could have just skipped the submarine, you know?
He needs 45, so...
Okay, is it time? Yeah. Let's go avoiding controversy. Love to see it. Ah! Shut up, alarm.
Yeah, gotta love no controversy.
And okay, will we see the click? We do see the click.
Yeah, Mason could not delay 4 red coin shines, and he also does not delay 2 hidden reds.
Yeah, deathline just a few blues away.
So what does Mason do now that he has, gotten a little bit of a steal from Deathline? Ooh, back to Gelato.
So you can do the hidden or do Gelato too. See, this is the play. Imagine had Mason clicked 100 coin in a secret and Bianco Hundo. Then this route is just like insane.
Where does Deathline go? Because if you're seeing 2 hidden reds hoverless and you're seeing 4 reds, do you think Mason has Pianta progress?
No. Although you might actually with the 17Ms. Because like there's like 3.5 minutes unaccounted for. Although I guess it's kind of hard to tell.
It is hard to tell, especially when all that stuff was, well, I guess 17Ms was clicked-ish early, the 22-minute mark, but...
I don't know if can you think this red is Pinna, though? Like, if Mason doesn't click a button soon?
No, I don't, that's hard to say for Pinna.
Yeah. Like, maybe this is 2R, right? And do Pinna 3, maybe Mason waits until Pinna 5 to click it. I don't know.
No, I think it's a little too early for that. Just because there has to be another hidden reds hoverless on there, and man, maybe I'm not the best with the timings.
Yeah, same.
But either way, we see Mason and Gelato 2 right now making a play and a half to get this done, get this match as a win after that fortunate overdelay earlier. How will he fare on the second mirror? And
oh, this is the scam one, right?
Yeah. And while he's inside Gelato, Deathline is entering to join him.
Oh, he did get scammed. Watch Stefan in chat and be like, this mirror isn't a scam. Just get good, guys. Come on.
I will say it did look like he wasn't lined up very well to get both of them, so...
Yeah, see, there's Despin on cue.
I will say this time it didn't look like he set the Cataquacks up very well to get destroyed.
Yeah. I did the shine today to do Wiggler. Didn't get scanned.
Let's go. Deathline is in the secret. This is at a minimum 1 from each progress. He might be thinking... I guess if he's thinking Pinna, especially because maybe he's assuming Mason did Pianta, that, maybe he lost out on Pinna and should just go for Gelato progress right now, which is a somewhat fair assumption to make.
Gelato's pretty good for him as well. You have access to the second turbo.
But he's also behind to Gelato right now.
Oh, yeah. Like, it's good value for him, but it's also bad due to what Mason's doing. Alright, he leaves anyways. Could be Pianta. No, straight to Pinna.
which I think is the safe play.
Yeah. So, question is, will we see this button press? So he's got to go now? No, or is it after this press?
It's after 2 hits. It's after 2 hits.
Oh, you watched it?
No, I saw Desmond in chat.
Oh.
Which is kind of like watching the video if you think about it.
Yeah. It's even better. And box game 3 is a better goal, Urbani, but you know, it's fine. Button, also not a bad goal.
I unironically really like yellow button.
Yeah, I like it. Anything that like gives you more options, I'm a fan. So we didn't see button.
Wait, Mason, don't forget about the button.
It's fine. You can get it with the turbo. Oh, he's just going for it now. But I was gonna say with the turbo, isn't it in like the weird spot where you have to do the slide? It's not the worst when you have hover.
Clicks can come at a weird time. I don't know what Deathline's gonna think about it. It's also gonna depend what Mason clicks with it. Like, if he clicks Wiggler with it, obviously he's gonna think that.
I don't think you click Wiggler.
No, I don't think so either.
But also, you did lose 2 goals to delaying, so... What was the last thing Deathline marked? 45 total. Okay. Mason, fearless. I love this. Oh, what I remember too, my first goal I ever delayed in any tourney match was Wiggler against Mason.
And did Mason punish you for it?
I mean, it was row control. I didn't have a chance, so.
Alright, now Mason makes the Pianta play, which is a fun time to be entering Pianta.
I think this is fine. It's pretty good. He can still kind of do the route. Oh, when do you do Pianta on hundo? You can't leave the hundo up for too long, right? I guess if you do get 2 hundos, will Deathline be like, oh, maybe I sniped him to Bianca hundo or something?
100%. Oh, he's doing it now? Or did he just screw up?
No, he just messed up. He thought about it, I think.
No, I think he just messed up.
I like this better, though. It definitely still has a while till pin a hundo anyways. Maybe do this after Pianta 3.
I will say the reason I think he messed up is because it looks like something I would do when I mess up. But Mason's also a good player at this game, so he probably didn't mess up. So maybe you're right.
So, this route that I thought in the beginning, had you assuming you were behind with Shine Prog, but is Mason really even that far behind? Yeah.
Because
trade 14.
Deathline's done a lot of blues as well.
Yeah, Deathline's at like 16 shines with trades. Almost 17.
The good news is Mason has stolen a couple goals away from Deathline considering the route, right? Because I don't think you predicted Mason to get 2 in reds and 4 red coins. Or did you?
I had him getting 4 reds, yeah.
Oh, okay. So he's stolen away 1 goal, which does help.
He lost 2 of the goals, though.
He is not doing bad for, well...
I mean, it's still a 4-5 game for losing that hundo, so... I think at some point you do have to go for 2 hundos, but maybe you don't, and you just go for Noki. Get 2 goals there. Like Delfino hundo could be an option with some shines mixed in to get to Noki.
And some life routing.
That is true. Delfino life grind. Mason, get the blue. What are you doing? I guess, yeah, you're already at 20. Unless you expect to get 10 more.
I think you gotta be going for more blues.
Yeah.
Like, you just did Gelato 2 and Wiggler. you gotta be grabbing some blues just because if they're in front of you, they're gonna help with shine progress. You know.
They are free blues. I mean, you do lose the what is it like 0.3 seconds, or is it even less than that?
It's like half a second, you know.
Ah.
But 10 half a seconds that are right in front of you are
Yeah.
way less than a whole entire shine, like a Delfino that takes 30, 40 seconds.
All right, so no damage. We'll have to watch. Yeah, Deathline must know it's Wiggler.
Because you're not seeing stuff like Ride Yoshi clicked off, and that's gonna be the biggest giveaway.
Right, you would see it about now, I think, right?
Yeah, just about.
Dude, Mason again just skipped that blue.
Oh my goodness! Why are you avoiding those blues?
Oh, he doesn't go for momentum strat. It's fine. Momentum strat's a scam. Okay, we'll definitely get the one cycle. Actually, wait, I think he's missing one. Nope. The River Gang stonks are going up.
Seeing like a lot of stonks going up. We saw Blooper Gang stonks go down then up. We saw River Gang happen.
Yeah, chicken was close.
Gelato button stonks.
Dude, gelato button stonks have been on the rise this season. I like it.
Do you know what stonks we need next? Sunglasses stonks.
Dude, have we seen sunglasses at all? It's a great call.
I don't know.
I don't know if we have. Oh, wait, I think we did see it once. Oh, is that a save warp?
Yeah, this is the play for Yoshi, I think.
Dude, Noki button stonks will go up once we add the button gold to non-lockout. Okay, so Mason can get one from each here. Or one from each progress.
Yeah, one from each progress.
I don't know who's winning to that. They're kind of like tied, right? I know, just unlocking. This could be the Delfino rush to Noki. I like it. Now, if you combine this,
that'd be a play.
Probably won't work because Deathline might just go for it now.
There's the clicks.
It. This would be an easy delay read.
I think you do a Delfino 100 in here as well if you're just going to commit to it. You need 3 shines, which, aside from a Delfino 100 and a trade-in, right? So, like, if you did that, you can get it done pretty easily. But even if you got the coins on the beach, like, you'd be getting some good progress towards it. Plus, you get the coins under the beach with some lives as well, which you do also need.
Yes. Oh, I wonder if he'll get this. Oh, did Mason end up getting the campfire blue or life, whatever you call that one?
No, because that's a scammable one-up. It likes to run away from you.
Yep, that one must be so fun in all one-ups.
I didn't even think about that one, yeah.
There's so many scam one-ups in this game. Dude, Deathline not holding the spray button while you walk with Yoshi. Me and Larvy, mad.
There's just so many scams in this game.
Yeah. Shinko sadly the biggest.
Yeah, Pachinko is a pretty big one.
So Mason one shine away from Noki.
Was he thinking of doing Noki hundreds, maybe? As far as 4 Noki shines?
Oh yeah, that could have been an option. That would have been pretty good. I don't mind that. No, you just hold the button down. Don't spam spray. You won't kill a stew. They're flying.
Yeah, regular spray is fine with Yoshi.
I don't know if Mason will wear sunglasses. I guess with 4 Noki, and you still have quite a bit of fast Delfinos to do. We could see it. Although I think we'll most likely see Deathline go for Turbo.
Turbo definitely kind of fits what Deathline's going for. Although, Noki Shines are fast, and I don't know what Deathline's going to do right now. He might try and get to Noki, which... he's going to go to Rico, which... Rico's
only
also
some
fast.
shines. Yeah.
Gets him Turbo Nozzle progress, I guess.
I think if you do these 2 shines and trade, you'll have more than enough for Noki, I think. But still 1 shine, I think, is what you need for Noki. It's interesting, he's 1 shine away from 6 pin, and he'll be 1 shine away from Rico 6 right now. But yeah, I mean, you just know those aren't contested by Mason at all, which is nice, I guess, for you.
Yeah. 2 Turbos is actually looking into a really interesting race, because Mason hasn't actually gotten the Turbo Nozzle from Gelato. It's available, but you have to do an enter and exit area for it. So I doubt he wants to actually do Sandbird. He'd have to do the same thing in Bianco, whereas Deathline will have the ability to get it in Rico 7, most likely after the 6 in Rico click. And that's a just a nice shine to get. And he's making some really good progress toward 25 shines and Delfino Turbo Nozzle for that goal as well.
Yeah. Sadly, you just need Yoshi for it. Mason doesn't have it. Deathline will. Yeah, I guess it's just whoever goes. It's going to be whoever. It's going to go to whoever goes for it, basically. So we'll see both Goldbirds. You might just leave and just claim Noki. Because Deathline at any moment could just go Turbo here, into Turbo and into Bianco. So,
or Mason's could go to Serena. Get some progress towards Serena Hidden Shine. He's also at that point would be one pin a shine away from 1 from each.
Yeah, so looks like he's going for that, and he's ignoring 2 Turbos.
Which is an interesting play.
Yeah, Deathline definitely wants to steal it.
Deathline will need Noki, Pianta, and Serena. So Deathline's kind of far away.
Yeah, how are lives? Like Mason, I feel like has been around 11 for a while. And
he's really
Deathline did 2 hundos, so there's the double.
Interesting double click there with Ride Yoshi in 2 Worlds.
Both players at 8. Imagine this could have been 10-6.
Yeah, that's a good point. It could be 10-6 right now.
So if you can get the Turbo here, maybe you go Delfinos and just get Delfino Turbo. Although that is just probably not as valuable as just going into Bianco 4. Just too much more work, and there's no shine prog or reason to do shine prog.
I think. Are you talking about Deathline, Bianco 4 being more valuable?
Not racing Delfino Turbo because you know you have a lead there.
Yeah, but 2 Turbos is something you got to worry about because Mason has progress towards the Turbo and Gelato.
That's why I rush it instead of waiting for the Delfino Turbo.
I get what you're saying. Yeah, but at the same time, he doesn't actually have to rush it.
But like at any point, Mason could go for it. Oh, they're both interested in 1 from each.
Yeah,
cheeky
Mason's
save
gonna
work.
have to do whatevers. During this race, this is, I think, more of a Serena hidden race than a 1 from each race. But during this race, Deathline will probably dip. Oh, it's a turbo. This is a turbo play. Oh my goodness. There's so much stuff happening here.
Deathline did get the turbo, right? Yeah,
yes.
We saw Shadowmire. Okay.
But I think Mason will win out to 2 turbos here. Because I think...
Yep.
Unless this is the 25th shine, which I don't think it is.
So after this, deathline still needs 2 shines, right? For 1 from each, and Mason will just need Manta. Is that correct?
Yes.
So 1 from each still could be a race as well. But yeah, you have to get 2 turbos. Mason going for it at the right time, I'd say.
Yeah, this is a really, I think, good time to go for it. Like, it's at least not a bad time to go for it. I'll say that much, which makes it a good play, I think.
Yeah, you know, 6 Rico, not much reason to do any of the hiddens. Especially if you steal all the hiddens value. So Rico 7 has the fast turbo, and you know Deathline did some Bianco.
You also know Deathline has Pinna and Yoshi. Oh yeah, Mason didn't get the Rico blooper.
That's right, he did exit area. So they're basically tied after this. But Deathline will have faster ones. So we'll win out if they rush it.
Yeah, it's actually... That makes Mason going to pin him really confusing then.
Yeah, Mason definitely has plans to get it.
Never see Mason avoiding spraying off the fire Pianta.
Oh, we see some NPC slow blues. Let's go.
Oh, come on, they're not that slow.
They're pretty slow.
The tomato blue is way slower. Let's be honest.
Is that the Pianta 7 one?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that one's slow. Okay, so where will Deathline go after this? Will we see a delay? No.
No, that's a good no delay.
Oh, Serena hidden. Okay, so Mason getting a shine.
Yeah, I think he wants sunglasses.
Dude, if he gets sunglasses, that would be hype.
What's the win con here for Mason?
So
Sunglasses,
he
Piana
needs 4
Shadow
goals.
Mario, 22 lives and 4 Noki. Is that what he's eyeing right now, you think?
Yeah, probably 1 from each in there. I don't know if he's eyeing Delfino Turbo or Delfino or Rocket or sunglasses. Ah,
Oh yeah, you're probably right. Deathline's too close.
but he probably does have that in mind. So, see, Deathline failed Serena 2R life grind, and will he fail it this time? I don't think so. So Mason does not have a lot of room to miss out on lives. But it looks like he's deciding to get lives. This is big. You might want to go into Bianca 1 just to finish it.
Yeah, perhaps.
Or I don't know if we'll combine it with Oh, this is 1 from each.
He still needs Rico though. Do you think he remembers that?
Yeah, he must. It's Mason we're talking about.
Oh, you must not have seen his last match.
Yeah, the Haywire ones were interesting.
He did forget about half a linked pair in that match, so.
Oh, that is right.
And Deathline was on comms, so we could say, you know, that was the issue. You know, Deathline is, you know, his jinx. We're going to ignore who the other commentator was and not pin it on them, just because we're being nice here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Deathline is continuing on in Serena, going to re-enter 2 for the hidden here. Does he go for the life grind?
Even 4 Noki shines isn't the most secure thing, since Mason only has a 1 shine lead.
Yeah, that's a good point, actually. Man, if Deathline life grinds here, that would be
He's gonna
huge.
life grind.
And he is.
I mean, this just results in a goal trade where I think Deathline could have just won 1 from each, but now we'll get lives instead and lose 1 from each. Which means Mason's win con.
Mason's win con is still pretty. Yeah, it's pretty narrow still.
Is it? One from each, 4 Noki, Pianta Shadamara. You just have to win Turbo, or Sunglasses, which means Delfino Rush Race. But you probably want to combine that with Noki. Noki 1, not the fastest, yeah, Noki 2, pretty fast. There's maybe a chance. How many shines is Deathline at? That's probably what's going to decide it.
I think he's at 23 physical shines he could trade in. Or I could be wrong. I'm just talking out of my butt right now, if I'm being honest.
I believe you.
Whatever it is, I don't think Mason is in the play for Sunglasses at all. Oh, with trades is 24. Never mind.
So, not looking like Mason has a win con here. With losing lives, unfortunately.
You never know. Deathline could overplay his hand at some point, and...
Nice job. The stews went flying. Yeah, Mason needed to either rush Turbo with getting lives as well, or just rush lives.
Alright, Mason not clicking one from each. We don't have to have controversy today, which is great.
Yeah, we'll probably see Rico now.
Oh, no, Deathline
got owned.
Is Mason going to re-enter? Oh, is this going to benefit Deathline too, with Mason re-entering?
I guess Mason saw Serena hidden as his win con, which is, you know, not bad.
It's fair.
Yeah.
Deathline, what you doing, man?
I don't know. You maybe the play is do 6 Pinna, and somehow hope Deathline never gets a thing. Oh, all right. He got 1 life. That's a net profit of 0.
Deathline taking a little bit of a pause to reevaluate life there.
Yep. It's alright, he can finish it here. Never mind. I guess you can get Watermelon.
Was that not 22?
No. 21.
Was he at 19 or 18?
He died, so he goes back.
Okay. Getting the Watermelon during the reds is next level.
Is there another extra life in this? Or is it just the Watermelon?
I think it's just the Watermelon.
Yeah, with this, Mason will be sad.
Especially after seeing Serena Hidden getting clicked off. Deathline needs 4 to win, 6 Pinna, 65 total, Serena Hidden, and Delfino Turbo Nozzle looking like the 4. The only one Mason's really in contention to somewhat steal is Sunglasses if, you know, Deathline just loses track of that goal. But I assume Deathline goes to trade that in right now.
Yeah, I think
Delaying
might wait a bit.
Serena Hidden.
Yeah, we'll probably see this with like a double click with the turbo. Just wants a lead to it, maybe.
Yeah, that's fair. Oh, we're going to Noki. No? Yes?
Yeah, 1 from each. And there's the click. Just in time for Mason to X area. So if you waited a little longer, no, pretty good. Deathline also needs Pianta.
Mason also going back to Noki.
Yeah, neither player interested in 1 from each.
Both players are 1 shine away. Both fairly fast ones with Pianta 1 for Deathline and Rico 1 for... I guess Deathline also needs Noki, but is currently in the process of that. And Rico 1 for Mason. Oh, that's a huge bonk there.
These things suck.
Yeah. Yeah, they really do.
Okay, so Deathline's gonna finish 65 in here. Like I don't know how Mason wins. Like the only way I see Mason winning is Deathline staying in here trying to steal 4 Noki, and like just leaving Turbo for later. Just
Yeah, Mason wins if Deathline forgets to trade in for Turbo, basically.
Yeah, not a good win con. You can't even rely on gaming over. Maybe you grind 22 lives and just hope he loses a life somewhere.
Yeah, but where would he lose life? That's the key.
Yeah. Enough Shadow Mario bonks could do it.
Mason needs 4 more lives. Or, sorry, 4 more shines to even sniff sunglasses.
Yeah, so he's planning to finish 4 Noki into that. No, okay, he's decided. He's counted it.
Oh, he's going for sunglasses.
Yeah, the problem is he needs to get a Rico 1 in before that as well. Or maybe just hope Deathline doesn't go for 1
Yeah,
from
you
each.
can do that.
Because now 1 from each prog is going to be tied.
I mean, Mason.
Never mind. Deathline does not care about 1 from each.
Wait, did he exit area?
Yes. It's his Turbo Rush.
Is he now realizing Delfino Turbo's threat?
I think so, right? Is it going to be Chuckster?
Or is he going to go finish up Pinna?
Finishing up Pinna.
He needs 1 more shine for 6 from Pinna.
Wait. 5 is pretty fast.
Yeah.
Oh, doing 2 are... Is it 5 faster? I don't know.
Do what you're
probably not.
comfortable with, I guess.
Anyway, they both have cutscenes. It's okay, so what is Mason at? Does he have 2 fast Delfinos? Does he have Beach Shine? What else does he have? What has he done? Where's Falcon? Falcon, save us.
I don't think he's done left bell.
Yeah, left bell for sure. Did underbell
option?
I don't know if you have time for Rico 1. Isn't this Deathline's 25th shine?
I thought Mason did Beach Shine. I thought I remember him spraying it.
Beach Pipe?
Oh, Beach
and
Pipe.
Beach Shine?
Okay.
Or... Okay, yeah. Must have meant Beach Pipe. Yeah, Mason's going for Beach Pipe.
Mason currently listening to comms or reading Deathline or Falcon Hit in chat.
So... Wait, is this 25?
No,
I'm gonna be sad if it is.
Deathline needs 1 more. Oh, he needs a lot more for 25.
No, he just needs to trade.
Oh yeah, he's been able to trade.
So
for a
1
while.
Delfino Shine trade versus... oh wait, and the Shadow Mario kill versus just getting sunglasses. This is close.
Yeah. Yeah.
Does Mason know which shine to get though? Does look like it. He's doing it.
Oh boy. The Shadow Mario kill is not non-trivial. I will say that. It's not something you're used to.
Yeah, but he does have a lead to it though.
And this is close.
Alright, we need a bonk here. Bonk. Shadow Mario, run for your life. Run! Don't let Mason, don't let him get it.
Oh,
nope,
man.
I owned it. Damn.
Yeah, GG indeed. Oh boy. That was a tense match.
How close was Mason? Damn. Oh, I went black. Oh, we switched scenes. Oh, I don't know. We're switching back.
So I think that was what, 15-second, 10 seconds away.
Probably less.
Yeah. GG's Deathline.
GG's.
Oh man, what a match!
Because my nerves shot through the roof when I couldn't finish the last cycle on lives. I was so sad, dude. I don't know what happened. I just couldn't do it.
Oh, Mason.
Yeah.
Mason. Oh, GG. Tragic
GG.
though.
Insane comeback though.
So,
Almost won it.
for context, y'all both started Bianco hundreds in a secret,
I figured.
and Mason finished first but delayed it.
Oh yeah, I read that Mason was going to start Bianco on this card no matter what, and he would probably start Bianco hundreds, but he wouldn't click hundreds first. He would delay it. Like I saw this card and I saw what was left after the draft, and I just hard called that was going to happen.
Really?
So, yeah.
So I guess
Bianco Hundo just too good.
I guess the question for you, Mason, is what did you see in the delay there?
I thought Deathline's draft was Rico and Pin. So
Yeah, that's fair.
Go to Rico.
Fair enough.
I thought he'd do 100 in the secret and Rico 4.
See, I thought Pinna Bianco was better for Deathline. Doing the hidden red hoverless there,
Oh my
and combine it with Rico and enemies.
I guess Deathline you probably don't, but do you think that either 100 in a secret or Bianco 100 coin shine should have been drafted maybe, and that would have helped your game plan a little better? Like either one of those goals?
I kind of regret drafting 2 HRH and 45 totals, but like at the end, I didn't think Mason was going to draft those, so it ended up working out. I probably should have drafted at least Bianco hundreds, at least, instead of 2 hidden reds hoverless to try and block 4 reds, because I didn't really like think of the ramifications of my route being just Bianco into Rico, which was not great for 2 hidden reds hoverless. So in hindsight, I probably would have drafted Bianco hundreds over 2 hidden reds hoverless if I had the choice.
Yeah, I will say the 45 totals wasn't a bad drafted goal. I just think you drafted it too early, perhaps.
For sure.
After taking
100%.
23 in Rico, it's just like if Mason really wants to do 45. A lot of work.
I told myself, I looked at this card because I had to draft first. I was like, damn, blues suck. I'll just pick 5 enemy blues since that seems very versatile. And then Mason drafted Pianta with M's. I was like, all right, 23 Rico. And then I was like, what do I pick now? And I was like, well, guess I'm picking 45 totals.
It was by no
That's
means
fair.
an easy card to draft on.
Personally, I thought drafting first was going to shoot me in the foot on this card.
Yeah,
Since
because
shine heavy and
the
it's just easy
Piana plus 17M synergy pretty good there. Yeah, Mason, what did you think of your draft? You had, I thought 4 reds was a little weird. You made it work though for your route, and it would have worked out a little.
Well, I thought that saw his draft and I was like, okay, so red coins goes to Pinna, he gets 4 reds for. I need to take that. And since I'm gonna, I'll do the slow stuff while he's going ahead and shine. I don't mind wasting time for reds because it's not like I'm gonna be going for Pinna or Noki goals.
Gotcha. Yeah. And then, so you did some slow stuff, but then at the end of the game, you were really trying to catch up in shine count with Delfinos and stuff because the race at the end for turbo nozzle versus sunglasses was maybe 10 seconds.
Yeah, I had
How close
30
is it, Mason?
Oh, man.
But where were you when he clicked it, though?
Animation.
Damn.
I'm glad I ended up having to leave Goldberg then. I probably
No. Goldbird was the right thing.
I mean, yes and no. Yes, it was the right thing, but no, it also probably, if I ended up getting the shine, I would have lost Turbo, which then I don't know if I win one from each, but...
What? You just trade after.
Well, yeah, but I didn't, at that point in the game, I
what
didn't
was your-
know if Mason was doing Pinna, so it was a 50-50 if Mason did Pinna or he was doing Turbo / Sunglasses.
Yeah, for context for you, Mason, Deathline traded into 28 shines, so we did leave that goal up for a while. And so I think, from my perspective, I would say you left that up a little too long.
my reasoning for not touching Pinna and Delfino Turbo was one from each.
How close
I really
you want
thought-
to be?
I thought Mason was gonna click it like as soon as he had it, which then I figured because I thought he was in Pinna, and then he clicked the gelato stuff, which made me like really happy. And then I was like, all right, well he didn't go to Pinna then, so his route is leaning towards everything and into Pinna at the end. So he'll probably end up clicking one from each, and then I could just base my Delfino Turbo and
Needed Rico one for one from each.
You guys were tied. Oh no, you would have been tied had Deathline done Goldbird.
What did Deathline have left?
I needed
Noki
I needed
and Bianca.
Goldbird. I needed Goldbird, and I ran out of water. I was too low, and I kind of sloppily tried to start killing it, so I just bailed out of it, and then I would have just needed Piana 1, so you would have beat me to one from each, and then I'm down on Piana Progress and Noki Shines.
Yeah, I had two Noki Shines.
The
I guess if I
Deathline
don't do Noki 1, I do a fast.
hidden in Noki 1. You did also exit area in Rico 1 during your M's collection. Is that something you stand by? Do you wish you had, gone back for the fight maybe?
Not really. I don't. I just would have put me so far behind to everything.
Mm-hmm.
The Reds, anyways. I don't. Enough for me to win Reds when I did. I guess there weren't really any snipes. I was gonna go for 200s and Noki 2, but once I lost 200s, I had to. When you clicked Ride Yoshi and 2 Whirls, I was really worried about 2 rockets or 2 turbos. Looks like I made the wrong call there instead of Sir. I should have done lives. No lives.
When you click 2 turbos, I was like, oh, I wasn't really ready for that click. I was ready for you to beat me to Serena in lives, and then I was like, well, now I gotta commit. And then I think I probably lost 2.5 minutes on lives. I did every cycle so clean except the last one. I could not do the last cycle. It took me so long to just get even like 2 or 3 out of the last cycle. I ended up finishing with the watermelon live. I was so nervous about it. I was so sad.
I should have gone for lives after.
I will say I guess, was it when Deathline entered Manta? Is that when Mason started worrying about Turbo? If I remember correctly.
I would say so, yeah.
Yes.
And so Deathline was a little bit ahead of you if you had decided to go to Serena at that point, and Deathline also had whatever it's called.
I assume I had a lot less lives to go.
You had less lives to grind, but Deathline didn't have to do whenevers, which is huge. So
yeah, 3 whenevers is like 40 seconds,
so it would even out a little bit with that.
Yeah, so I think when you got the 2 lives after getting the turbo, had you gone to Bianco 1, you would have got that.
that was also what I was worried of.
Then
I
you
wasn't
lose
planning-
Delfino Turbo, but then you're still kind of in the race for all the other goals, which you're ahead to.
I wasn't planning on doing lives. I was actually just gonna do the hidden. I figured Mason was doing the same thing I was doing, and he was gonna stop for the lives. I was just gonna rush the hidden, but then he clicked 2 turbos. I was like, okay, well, now he could rush lives in Bianco, so I gotta do lives now.
Yeah, I kind of like got into Serena and was like, man, if he gets Serena hidden and lives, so far ahead to 65 total, 6 Penna, Delfino Turbo. I don't know. I maybe I should have just ditched after Serena 1. Kind of banked on something else. I don't know, 1 for each, and I don't know. I just hated that game. That was awful.
Yeah, I think ditching after Serena 1 probably puts you in a really good spot, considering you don't have to do one ever, and you do a faster shine instead of that. Potentially even like Rico 1,
Or Noki 2.
Or Noki 2, or just something that's faster to help to 30. So I mean, the dominoes kind of fall in that way. So that's a really tough call to make in the middle of the match, though.
Shoutouts to me failing Rico 2 twice and losing like a minute on that.
Yeah, you brought both blooper and blooperless gang to shame.
Yeah, that I was not really paying attention during the blooper list, so I probably missed the second checkpoint, which is on me. But then the blooper death was just me being completely inept. That was just 100% my fault. I just like turned the C stick way too early and just ran straight into the wall, and I was like, "What am I doing?" And that honestly made me really worried because I was like, Mason might still be going for 45 totals, which now I can't afford to do in gelato, which is what I was going to do. I was going to do 3 enemies out of Rico in Rico 3, pick up like however many blues I needed for 23 totals there, and then go to gelato and get fifth enemy in 45 totals, and then be set up for gelato. But then I had to like change my plan to Rico 4. Which, I mean, ended up working out anyways, but...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I just did like your draft. I was like, man, nothing on his draft says B. There's no way he goes to B this entire game.
That's what I wanted you to think.
Damn. See, I was thinking like both players must go to Bianco.
I was like, Bianco isn't really that good for me, but if I can take Bianco 100 and in the secret, then up to a lot of things, but I need to delay until he goes for his 100 in the secret and Rico if he goes for it.
Yeah, your route, and Juan was all over the route you did, Mason. He was all over that from even when the opening cutscene was happening. Just, it works so much better if you get those 2 clicks, and missing out on those 2 clicks just...
Yeah, I probably lose if I don't get those 2 clicks.
I was thinking get those 2 clicks, then you just skip out on any late game stuff and just like get Serena hidden or something at the end.
I'd probably like if there's a world. Yeah.
The only goals I wanted that I didn't get were Bianco 100, 100 in secret, 200s, and 22 lives.
Oh wow.
I mean, those are goals I would have gone for lives if I didn't have to rush shines.
Mm-hmm.
But if I get those 4 with everything
point.
else I got minus Goldbird, I can just get a Mario.
Why did you go to Gelato instead of Pinna for 2 HRH and I mean, ended up winning. You ended up winning that because you went to Gelato, but I thought Pinna was so much better for setup instead of Gelato here.
Yeah, I think it was. I was just worried that I was behind to Pinna.
Oh no, I had like a 35-minute entry.
Yeah, and Gelato does get you a lot of clicks in this card, so...
Yeah, I thought it set behind pretty bad to...
I would have gone to Pinna, I think, while I was delaying the Gelato stuff. But I was like, man, I have to get Noki stuff. So let me send him into Pinna while I Noki stuff.
Yeah, I like that. That was a good plan.
Yeah, because like I just started Mecha when you clicked 10 yellow buttons, and I was like, damn, I'm really far behind in Pinna, but I have to commit because otherwise I lose if I lose to Pinna. And then you ended up clicking Wiggler and 4 Gelato like when I finished Pinna 4, I think. And I was like, oh, well that changes everything. Now I can delay Ryoshi and like push off 6 Pinna forever. But I still
and almost lost turbo, but it's fine.
Yeah, I mean, I did 200s right then and there because I was worried that you were potentially gonna do like Delfino 100s at any point, or Gelato 100s was part of your thing for some reason. But
I was gonna do Noki 200s after. As a Goldbird, Noki 1, Noki 200s. I lost 200s. I was like, shoot, I really need turbos. And maybe if I ignored, I guess you were still up in Super. I mean, I guess I could have saved 2 turbos for after that.
Yeah, I mean, I think ignoring 2 turbos on my part was correct. I just wish it didn't have to go that way. Because I knew you could full well do Gelato and Bianco for your 2 turbos, but I was just like kind of hoping you wouldn't, and you would just follow me into Serena, and I would just win without being bad at life grinding. But it still ended up working out, I guess, barely. Well,
Well,
GG.
Yeah.
Yep.
GG's.
So this set will actually finish up on Tuesday, so we'll have a little bit of a break. So hang tight if you're looking to see how Division 2 finishes up. Tomorrow we also have some more bingo action for finals week. And we have starting at 7 p.m. or 8 p.m. Eastern. Sorry, I was converting the time zone in my head. We'll have Despin versus JJ for Division 1 finals. That'll be Invasion for all you Invasion fans out there. And then Game 2 will be after that as well. So some high quality Division 1 bingo coming at you tomorrow.
Yep. And then more Saturday, so.
And more Saturday and another match potentially on Sunday. It's a Game 3, so it might or might not happen. Yeah, so if we can get a raid going. Thank you, mods.
Yeah, Schmidt does not have the power, but if not, yep. See everybody.
Good night.
All right, Schmidt, switch to the music scene. All right, cool.
Oh, honestly, I don't think I deserve to win that match.
We're still on stream.